Hey guys, how's it going? It's Al. We're going to talk about something that's very important right now. If you're into NFTs and NFT collecting or buying on Opensea.io, you have heard the term sweeping the floor. What does it mean? How do you do it? And how can you do it more profitably than other people? Because you know, if you've tried to do that, you buy at the floor, sometimes you get stuck. I go into all the best practices that I have used without giving you any specifics on, hey, buy this particular NFT. This is more about the process. This is more about a discussion that I had on Twitch with my audience over there about how I look at buying things that I think could possibly go up in the future. And it's all the practices that I've used to earn a lot of money, like middle six figures, since I started doing this in early August. So hopefully this video helps you. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, make sure that you're ringing the notifications bell, and if you want to get complete updates on everything happening in the NFT space, make sure that you subscribe to the Lucky Trader HQ newsletter. There will be a link down below in the pinned comment. Just click that, go put your email on there, and go subscribe. Lucky Trader HQ does a great job keeping you up to date and abreast of all the things that change on a daily basis and a weekly basis in the NFT space. So it's a long conversation, but I think it's worth it. So here it goes. With a lot of NFTs, you hear people talking about the floor. Wolfpack, thank you very much for the 3 years. 3 freaking years. It's like, oh yeah, the toad floor is this, or the trait floor for that one thing. You know, we're 3 away from a 30 floor on that trait. It's just how you talk in NFT world. But if you type !floor in a lot of Discords, you know, we have our commands here. If you type like !floor in the Cool Cat Discord, it'll ping and it'll say the Cool Cat floor is 14.199. That's the floor right now. Droopy, thank you very much for the 6 months getting that gold VIP badge. Am I going to try for Usain Bolt? I've struck out on all of those. Is that Cat Ross? Yeah, there is one. I think there's a Bob Ross cat. He's got like an afro and a painting. But if you go to the Toads Discord and you type floor, it says the floor is 1 toad equals 1 toad. Take off the buy now. Yeah, see, there's the one. Bob Ross toad. Or Bob Ross cat, sorry. So they go with the philosophy of who cares what the floor is? I have a toad. I'm keeping my toad. I'm not selling my toad. So there's not a lot of toads that are up for sale. Usually a benchmark is having 50%. You know, the amount of items, there's 7,000 toads. You want them in the hands of over 3,500 people. Because that means that they're widely held, right? They're less influenced if they're held by more people. If you have like 10,000 things and they're held by 1,000 different wallets, it's worse than if you have 10,000 things held by 5,000 wallets because it's more spread out. You need this one? Well, the top bid is 10.5, minimum bid 30. He wants a minimum of 30 Ethereum, $103,000. So, remember the pinballs? The Toads are doing a collaboration with the pinballs. So the pinballs, Arcade NFT is what they're called, right? They did a drop. And admittedly, their drop did not go well. They will tell you as much. They'll be like, look, we botched the drop. It was our fault. We're sorry. You know? Like this was the drop, the classic arcade, whatever. And so as a result, this pinball machine that basically you get a drop of all future drops if you own a pinball machine. I bought this 2 months ago on August 15th. It was one of the first things I bought. And I bought it for 0.264 Ethereum. And so they announced Arcade NFT, who is the project behind the pinball machine, the classics, and the Toads by Gremplin, announced that they're doing a collaboration with a drop and a early access where like they're going to take a snapshot of the wallets on the 14th of this month, and if you have a Toad in your wallet and you have one of these bad boys in your wallet, the Coin Boy or the Toad, any of the second drop, these classic machines, and you have a pinball machine, so you have to hold all three, then you get early access to this next collaboration between the Toads and Arcade NFT. And everybody loves the Toads because, exclamation point vibes. And then, so that caused these to go a little bit nuts. As you see the price that I bought it for, and where they are now. The floor on pinballs is now 13 plus Ethereum. Because there's only 500 of the pinball machines. There's 7,000 Toads owned by 3,000 plus wallets. And everybody can get the other ones. But you got people that have pushed this. A week ago, these were like 1. Now they're 13. This collab was 100% just me luckboxing the fact, like, I didn't give up and liquidate when it was like, these dropped to 0.5 Ethereum after they botched their other drop. So, like, I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know if I should have a price that I should sell this thing, because at some point there's diminishing returns. At some point, being able to mint 3 of the Toads pinball collaboration, you can just buy 3 on secondary after the mint, and like, they're not going to be worth 5 Ethereum after mint. They're probably going to mint for like 0.1 or less, plus gas. Does the floor plummet after the collaboration drop? Nobody can predict the future with 100% accuracy, but typically when there's a snapshot thing, the things go up before the snapshot, and then people get the thing, and then the prices go down after the snapshot. So like, I could theoretically sell if this gets up to like 20, and right now there's what, 6, 8 until the price becomes 20. If I sell it for 20, I could probably buy the 3 of the next generation thing that I could mint for like, let's say 0.5 a piece. So that's 1.5 Ethereum. And maybe this drops to like 5, the pinball. I could buy that back for 5 and pocket the white meat. These are the games we play. And Real Trey nails it. Like, there's that, yeah, but what if it goes up to 50? And I don't know the answer. And I don't know where it's going. Pocket the white meat? Yeah. I've just always used that. This seems really dangerous unless you were in early. So, like, I'm not telling you to buy a pinball machine. I'm not telling you to buy a Toad at all. Not France advice. Not French dressing advice. But, like, there's plenty of things that... There's so many projects that there are things that you could get in, and it's still extremely early. You don't have to buy what I buy. Yeah, so like, I kind of have that same philosophy. I buy 3 to 5 of the early projects. Right? If I'm in real early. So like, if we look at my wallet, things that I minted or things that I have that are cheap. So like, I minted, and some of them fail. That's the thing, right? Like, don't think that everything you like, blockchain bikers, like these have a game coming out. I'm not doing anything with these until the game comes out. I'm not doing anything with these until the game comes out. Because I minted them, and because I minted them, they airdropped bikes. So now I have the bikes that go with the bikers. Each one of those has a value. The value is somewhat low. But if they come back, like let's say Galaxy Fight Club, which was very cheap, and now they've got their game coming out, and if you look at the activity, you could have gotten these in September. So 30 days ago, you could have gotten one of these for 0.05. If you're like, look, and this is why I like the ones that have games. I've said this how many times? I like the things that have games. The play to earn games, I personally believe, is the future of the way things are going to go. New question. How does an artist / company know you have a thing? Oh, like in my wallet, you're saying, for a snapshot. So they each have a Discord, and there's a bot. I forget what the bot is called, collaboration bot or whatever bot. And so you go to their Discord and you hit, like, they put a command for it, like we have commands here, and you type like !join or !verify, and the bot will send you a DM, and it's the same bot. It's like collab bot or something. And you link your MetaMask wallet to that server, and it can kind of, it makes it so like it can see this. And it checks the blockchain for that wallet address to say, oh yeah, you have 5 of these things, and so therefore you get 5 of this thing. We'll just put it in your wallet. Collab.land. Yes. It doesn't allow them to alter your wallet. It just addresses your wallet, which is like your home address. You know, send link. It's in all of the Discords. So like the Creature Discord has their own bot. The bikers, like they all use the same bot, but you have to verify with their Discord of whatever projects you hold. So like I have the mummies. You can see I have the mummy babies. So like the mummies, I minted these mummies. This one I bought, but like I minted the other 4. I had 5. I think I sold one because I bought this one. And I paid way too much. This is an L right now. It's moved up to fair. Yeah, no link. You go to their Discord. So the mummies have gone up because they're doing a thing on Halloween that has a snapshot coming up. So the baby mummies have gone up in price. This is my Kobe baby mummy. And the mummies, because to get that drop, you have to have this in your wallet, and you have to have this in your wallet, and you have to link with their Discord and show that you have those things. And if you have those 2 things, you get the things. Vox, another one that has gone up recently. I minted these. If you look at the activity, no game, no game, no game, no game, no game. Price 1.6 was the average sale that day. Cheap. 1.2 was the average. The floor on these a week or 2 ago was like 0.1, 0.09. And now because, no, look, the game's coming out, and now there's going to be a play to earn game that goes along with it, that price has gone up. That's why these have gone up. That's why the Galaxy Fighters have gone up. Because now their beta testing is going to open up for this game, and you can actually use your fighters to fight and earn money. What's the next sub 1 ETH Ethereum thing? That's the thing. Like, I don't know. I have a thing that I look for. Like, I have certain things that I look for with NFTs. Like, we have a whole Discord channel. I'm going to probably have to make more Discord channels. Right? Like, we have a Zed Run one. I made a Meta Heroes sub channel off of the general. What is the 5-box running back event? Like, I don't know. But like, I have a way that I attack things. I have a way that I go look at things. Like, one, I hate the word utility, but like, I want something that does something. Right? I want value add for the holder. For the person that has the thing. I want some value. And for me, usually, if you look at my wallet, that basically means they're going to airdrop you things because you hold the thing. Or there's a game attached to it that's play to earn. Zed Run, Vox Collectibles, Galaxy Fighters, you know, whatever. The things that Meta Heroes, there's usually a thing that has a game. Rev Share, like a DAO. CryptoPunks is a completely different thing. A Showdown Classic discussion channel would be ideal. I can make a thread. We can now thread things, and I kind of did that. I tried it out this week. For the main slate, and I thought it worked really well. So, like, we can make a Showdown thread. Okay, I have a MetaMask account. How do I buy an NFT? That's a great question. Is it funded? Do you have things inside of it? Do you have Ethereum inside of it? You want to go to Opensea.io. Yeah, step 1, buy Ethereum. Yes, I believe the word utility is egregious. You have Ethereum on another platform, you assume you move it to Meta. Yes, so you just ship that to your MetaMask wallet. Transfer max to your MetaMask wallet address. Then you're going to go to OpenSea.io. You are going to log in with your MetaMask. So your wallet address on OpenSea will be your wallet address in MetaMask. You will do the same thing like if you want to play Zed Run, so that all your horses on Zed Run will also show up right here on OpenSea because they are held by the same wallet address as your MetaMask. And then you just look for whatever you want and find the things that are important to you. So like rankings, top NFTs, right? None of us are buying these, right? I mean, some of us are buying these, but like, these are like the super expensive ones. Like Toads they've flown. They're so like, the floor is 14 now. There's not one CryptoPunk that's up for sale right now. You cannot buy a CryptoPunk without bidding on a CryptoPunk. Nobody's like, hey, I have a buy it now price. There's not one, right? But scroll way down, right? Scroll way down here, and you'll find some newer projects with lower floors, you know? And when you look at them, kind of say, okay, well, do you like the art? Do you like the thing? Does it make you smile? Then go research the thing. Go check out their Discord. Go look at, look at Loop Donuts. Like, I'm not trying to make this about any one thing, right? I'm not trying to make this about any one project, but like, yeah, that's a lot. They've gone up a lot because they're under 0.1 at this point, right? FOMOverse. FOMOverse is by the same guy that does the Poets. That's a pack project. This is a pack project. And their floor is like almost 7. Right? So find a thing that you like. And then research the hell out of it. Go to their site. Read their roadmap on their site. Go to their Discord. Read their Discord. And I talked about, we were going to do a video on floor sweeping. I can't figure out how to do it, but I'll tell you a thing. You know? You don't need to buy the floor. And I don't know anything about anything, to be honest with you. Like, okay, like, where's something? Cryptoadz, they're over 1 now. The crystals are 235. I'm glad I sold my crystal. Meta Heroes. That's one that I love this project. I'm not shilling it. They're expensive. Do whatever the hell you want. I really like that project. I think they're great. The bunnies. Okay, let's look at bunnies. Some people find these creepy. If you guys find these creepy, we'll look at another project. They're fine. They are creepy. I get it. I want to look at something I've never looked at before. And I don't know how good these projects are. Like this one's cheap, right? Floor of 0.73. We're not going to look at that one. It's a bit much. That's a bit much. Loopy Donuts? Fine. We'll look at Loopy Donuts. Non-fungible heroes? Where are they on that list? Okay, these are donuts. Who doesn't like donuts? So, a great 58. Okay. This site here, Rarity Tools. Dark mode, please. Is a really good site for figuring things out. Okay. What are these donuts? Are they on here? Loopy L. Loopy Donuts. Be on here. Good. Loopy Donuts. Let's freaking go. So they have them ranked by rarity. Right? I don't own a Loopy Donut. So if you're like, oh, Al's pumping his bags. No, I do not have a donut. I'm using this as an example. There are how many donuts? 10,000 donuts in this set. This is the most rare donut. Okay. So what you can do with this site is you can sort. So the floor is 0.059 right now. So let's go 0.075. Let's look just above the floor, and it's just going to show us all the ones by rarity that are just above the floor. Right? That's the easiest way to do it. These are all up for sale with a max price of 0.075 Ethereum. The second thing, you can look over here at the traits that they have, and this is kind of how I do floor sweeping. I look for things that are rare. Right? This is going to sort it only by this. So let's remove that. So the glaze. The most rare glaze is none, and these are probably the top 16, right? Yeah, so those are the most. We can't buy that one. This is how many? There's 823 blue Skittles. There's 1,100 caramel. So you want one that's somewhat rare. What are the rock ones? Is there a rock one for sale? Price floor on the rock one is 0.33. So that's well above the floor. It's like 4x the floor, right? Almost 5x the floor. So the rocks are very... If this takes off, you could buy a floor with like the second most rare trait. What about pink and sprinkles? Floor of 1.2. Even lower. Right? Oh, this one's like vomiting frosting. Love that. Right? So then we got the floor of that at 1 point there. So let's go 0.130. And which one of these has that floor? It's this guy. You click it, it shows you all the different floors for all the different traits that it has. It's the cheapest, pink and sprinkle, and so on and so forth. The next highest pink and sprinkle, because we can look for that, right? 1 Ethereum, 0.4 Ethereum, 0.5 Ethereum. This one's actually perfect for what I'm trying to teach you guys. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to view it on Opensea. It takes you right to the page to buy that donut if you want. Oh, that one's like King Donut. Properties. Looking for pink and sparks. Okay. Sort by buy it now. No, we don't need to. It does that. So this one is 0.2 with a leaf over his crotch. Right? If we buy this one, the floor is now 0.25 for this trait. If this one sells, and it's one away from a 0.38, and 2 more if you buy this one away from 0.5. So when I'm buying floor, I'm looking at floor per trait. Does that make sense? So looking at my wallet and now using my wallet, 2 away from 2 extra buy. Exactly. So looking at my wallet, things that I have recently purchased. So like this guy. we can sort, but then we're going to drill down a little bit and you'll understand what I'm getting at. So I bought this guy for 14.75 Ethereum 11 days ago. The properties that he has, the traits that he has that are important to me, was Earth, because 3% of the heroes are from Earth, and I get a free Earth planet dropped to my wallet because I hold an Earth hero. Secondly, heroes versus villains in this set, 75% of the things are villains, 25% are heroes. So there's 3 times as many villains. So if we go to Earth, you'll see that the floor for the Earth guys is 8.25. Al, you made a bad buy. Your Earth guy is, the floor is lower than you purchased it for. So like you've lost money. That may be true today, but it hasn't been recently, because if I also add the sort of hero, this one's too cheap now. The floor for Earth heroes has been like 20 to 30. So I bought the thing that had a higher floor because of that secondary trait on top of being from Earth. I did the same thing when I bought my ape. This is how I think about buying. Do your own research. Okay, we can look at this Cryptoadz. Let's open him and let's look at my ape. He's way down at the bottom, I think, because he's older. He's an old ape. Okay, so we'll start with the ape. And I screwed the pooch on the ape. I had a choice of 2 different apes that I wanted. The one I was looking at was tweed suit. So let's go to the tweed suit. Here's all the tweed apes. Okay. I paid 47.95. This one disappeared. The next highest one was 59. So I bought a floor of 47 and baked in basically a profit. If I put it up to 51, I make 4 Ethereum. You know, if this one sells and this one sells, it's at 59. The problem is my coin flip at the same price, and I screwed this one up. This was me making a mistake, I suppose. I mean, it's not a mistake because I still have an ape, and apes are awesome. But hip hop was the other one that I wanted. The floor hip hop ape on the night that I bought, and I was going back and forth, and I have the DMs to prove this. I could have bought an ape for 49. A hip hop ape. I really like the hip hop apes. The gold. People like gold. You know? I'm trying to find the exact one. It was this guy. Right? Sold for $49.69. Right there. There's the price that it sold for. Right? On basically the day after I bought mine for 47. The hip hop floor is now 80. The hip hop floor is now 80 Ethereum. So if you bought it for like 50, the next one was 60, then one was 70. Somebody bought this one for 70 just to try and flip it for 80 and make 10 Ethereum. So like, I lost. Like I said, I'm no genius. I don't make all the money. I've been killing it, and I still make mistakes in this world. I bought this guy. Remember, I posted on social media that I sold the other guy, the other toad with the chocolate face and the 3D glasses. I bought him for 0.7. I sold him for 14.2069. Figure out the memes wherever you want. And then I found this guy with the swampy flat top. The swampy flat top trait, again, I went floor sweeping for rare traits. We can go over here, back to rarity tools. We'll look up Cryptoadz, because that's the project that I wanted to invest in at that time. There it is, Cryptoadz by Grimplin. So I went to the site. I said, all right, here's the most rare toads. Here's all the prices that they are. I don't have any of these, right? People love the hoodies. People like the 3D glasses. So I went to head. And I started looking for rare things that they wear. And so I found, oh, look, Swampy Flat Top has 50. The one that I sold was a teal knit hat that only had 54, and the floor on that one was higher than the floor on all of them. The Swampy Flat Tops, here's all the Swampy Flat Tops. The floor is 15. Or so it says. So if we click Swampy Flat Top, and I don't know if you can see, but only 0.71% of all the toads have a Swampy Flat Top. I found him for 11.35, and the next cheapest Swampy Flat Top that night was 15. So I bought this one for 11.35, knowing that as soon as I buy it, the next cheapest one with that trait, that rare trait, was going to be 15. So I'm baking in a profit. And the reality is that now it's 17 floor for a Swampy Flat Top toad. And if this one sells, it becomes 19. And if that one sells, it becomes 20. And we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's say 5 away from a 30 floor. And the overall floor is 14. You know, the cheapest toad you can buy right now is 14 Ethereum. So that's how I go about floor sweeping. I look for just a rare trait that has one. They're never going to be at the exact floor, but I look for one that's just above the floor. So if the floor starts moving up, that rare trait is going to be more sought after. And the floor on the rare traits, because there's less of them, and therefore if there's less of them, there's less of them for sale. As one or two sell, the floor on that trait rises significantly. And so that's how I attack the floor when I'm floor buying something. You don't have to buy, like, look, not everything's going to be a blue chip. A lot of these projects are going to go to complete zero. There's just too many projects. It's not just, hey, I bought an NFT, I'm a millionaire. I've definitely gotten lucky with some, and I've showed you the ones that I've lost money on.
He's a legend.